How not to host a convention. This is VidCon. It's where YouTubers go each year to provide each other with mental support. And this is Tanacon, where everybody goes to get ripped off and/or sunburned. See, YouTuber Tana Mongeau got mad at VidCon after they wouldn't give her featured status at VidCon 2018. That would have given her extra security and a designated spot for her fans. So Tana thought, screw this noise, decided to do her own thing and partnered with organizers Good Times. Tana gave away the tickets for free, charging $65 for VIP access. A VidCon community badge cost $150. In a ballsy move, they hosted it on the same day, time, and place as VidCon in Anaheim, California. She expected about 5,000 people with tickets, but 20,000 showed up. Problem is, Tana's venue, the Marriott Suites, could only hold a few thousand tops. That led to scenes like this, with some congoers hashtagging the event #TanaHallway. Some even called it YouTube's own Fire Festival. Reportedly, the disorganization left some fans baking under the hot Cali summer sun for hours before getting in and then finding out there was not much to do. That's just poor. The con had a solid lineup, reportedly featuring dozens of YouTubers with everyone from Casey Neistat to Shane Dawson. On its first day, it was supposed to be run across 2 days, authorities shut it down because the whole thing was a damned fire hazard. Then things got cancelled, and let's just say folks were mad. Tana has promised refunds, tweeting she'll write the checks herself if she has to, and also asking those who traveled far to email her to discuss compensation. So much YouTube, so little time. Scottish YouTuber fined for Nazi pug video. Scottish YouTuber Mark Meechan, aka Count Dankula, has been fined £800, around $1,100 for making a video he says was a joke. This all goes back to April 2016 when Meechan decided to prank his girlfriend Sue. The Scots comic trained his girlfriend's pug Buddha to Nazi salute to Sieg Heil and to react to the phrase, "Do you want to gas the Jews?" Dankula published footage of the canine to YouTube where it went viral. Some found it funny, some didn't. Reportedly, he says the phrase "gas the Jews" 23 times, and that's the part people found offensive, and the law took issue with. According to the BBC, Meechan said the joke was the juxtaposition of having an adorable animal reacting to something vulgar. Evidently, Scottish authorities didn't find it funny, so much so they charged Dankula with a hate crime. After a 2-year court case, on Monday the judge found Dankula guilty of making a grossly offensive video that contained menacing anti-Semitic and racist material. Concerningly, the prosecution pointed out that the context of the video wasn't to be decided by Meechan, but by the court. Context is central to comedy. Dankula's joke was found to be grossly offensive under the UK Communications Act 2003, Section 127. Specifically, the law says someone is guilty of an offense that sends by means of a public electronic communications network a message or other matter that is grossly offensive or of an indecent, obscene, or menacing character, or causes any such message or matter to be so sent. What's deemed grossly offensive is left widely open to interpretation, and that's dangerous. Meechan received support from all fields, including from comedian Ricky Gervais, satirist Jonathan Pye, YouTuber Philip DeFranco, as well as writer and activist Maajid Nawaz, Infowars' Alex Jones, and also ex-English Defence League leader Tommy Robinson. The Dankula case sparked debate around free speech in the UK, but maybe the talk show host Maajid Nawaz puts it best. Speaking on Meechan's guilty verdict from last month on his UK radio show on LBC, Nawaz said the video was unfunny, but defended Meechan's right to free speech. To clamp down on free speech means thought control, because without free speech you cannot have freedom of thought, he said. He went on to say the best way to deal with offensive comedians is to not laugh at their jokes. Nawaz also pointed out that the Nazis would have acted in a similar fashion by sentencing Meechan for his joke. And they may have almost done so to another guy during World War II. In 1941, a Finn was investigated by the Nazis for insulting Hitler because his Dalmatian raised a paw whenever the dictator was mentioned. According to the BBC, his wife was anti-Nazi German. The Nazis dropped the case due to a lack of evidence. YouTube explains subscription feed experiments. Last week, YouTuber Ethan Klein of channel H3H3 Productions blasted YouTube over an experiment the company is working on with the website's subscription feed. BT dubs the subs feed, aka the subscription feed, is where users get the raw chronological content from channels they've subscribed to. Klein noticed a comment from a Twitter user complaining in caps about their subs feed, to which YouTube responded saying they're doing some testing with a small number of users with personalized content replacing most recent content first. Klein complained YouTube was taking away the one place for users where they knew what they were getting. Currently, users get recommended, trending, what to watch next, and if you're a registered YouTube user, your subscription feed. YouTube's experiment was playing with the idea of putting more personalized content first versus the most recent video. Now, YouTube also said the feature was optional, meaning you don't have to use it. But as Dexerto.com reports, the website's optimization has left creators and users alike worried about the future user-friendliness of the website. But what's your take, Tomo Sapiens? Do you get Tomo News from your subs feed or elsewhere? Drop us a comment below and let us know.
Too pregnant to sail. Want to go on a Disney cruise? Better check that you're not too pregnant. YouTuber Emily Jackson says she had traveled with her family of 10 from St. Louis to Miami to join the cruise earlier this week. The family of 10 reportedly being parents, a husband, 2 kids, and other relatives. But after they got there, Jackson says Disney staff deemed her 25-week pregnancy to be too far along to be cruise-worthy. Naturally, Jackson was mad. Disney policy is that nobody over 24 weeks pregnant can join the cruise. The vlogger recorded some of her exchange with the very Disney-like Disney staff and posted it to YouTube. But mess with the mouse and the mouse will send you packing, along with a heat-packing cop garbed in tactical gear. Jackson said she and her kids had to wait for 2 hours under the Miami sun while their luggage was unloaded. They offered her a refund, but she told St. Louis news outlet KMOV that won't cover how much they spent on the rest of their ruined vacation. No word on how much that is, but we bet it wasn't cheap.
Oh, YouTube. British kids were exposed to movie ads featuring a demonic monster attack ahead of YouTube videos showing Frozen and Minecraft clips. Britain's ad regulator, the Advertising Standards Authority, said kids have been unwittingly shown adverts for the new Insidious movie. Where were they seeing these pre-roll ads? In front of Lego how-tos, cartoons, and the aforementioned Frozen and Minecraft videos. The BBC reports that Sony-owned Columbia Pictures said they were aiming the material at adult audiences and had removed children and unknown audiences from their targeting algorithm. Google-owned YouTube says it lets advertisers control their campaigns and are responsible for their own content. The errant ads were apparently seen December 2017 and January 2018 by kids and some adults who complained that they were distressing. The regulator said it received 5 complaints in total. The pre-rolls for the movie, rated 15 years and older in the UK, showed women screaming and a monster attacking a woman. The regulator told Sony to better target its ads in the future, but according to the BBC, an investigation by the company found it was YouTube's bots to be at fault. So, what does this all mean? Well, it's potentially nothing good for content creators. The BBC says in its report that it understands YouTube is, quote, now limiting its ads for mature content to a pre-vetted list of safe YouTube channels. If true, that means fewer ad dollars for other creators through no fault of their own.